is going to make things a little bit difficult there for the Golden Guardians lane. But they down.
Oh, they know it was down. The flash forward.
Sidestep, counterattack coming through, and FBI is knocking on Power of Evil's door. Look at the damage, the team fighting in the precision.
Player of the series has got to go to the man in the bot lane, FBI, for his dominant performance. I don't think that's going to catch anyone by surprise.
Where do you feel you stack up amongst the other bot laners?
I know I'm the best AD carry in the region.
Although he's being billed as one of the LCS's freshest faces coming into the 2021 season, 100 Thieves AD Carry FBI is already transforming into one of the most dangerous, aggressive, and rapidly improving players in all of North America. After laying the groundwork for a successful career in the OPL, capturing a domestic title and a trip to MSI in 2019, FBI blossomed into a certified superstar ahead of this upcoming LCS spring split. But it wasn't always this way. After joining the LCS prior to the 2019 summer split, FBI needed to earn his stripes and separate himself from the field of North American ADCs. He needed to prove not only to the rest of the league, but to himself that he had the potential to rise to the top of the North American scene.
As a team last year, didn't play very well as a team. And I think it was really evident. We had 10k gold leads last year in the early game, and we managed to lose the game. So I think we've honestly improved a lot as a team, and maybe we've improved even more than, we have a faster rate of improvement. Some of the teams are just getting together, they just play with each other for the first time.
During the course of the 2019 summer split with Golden Guardians, FBI posted the third most deaths among LCS AD carries while sporting the highest death share and the lowest XP difference among his contemporaries. Putting any individual performance aside though, the tools around FBI still needed to be refined if Golden Guardians were going to find success while the team's window of opportunity was still open. Until recently, Golden Guardians were a perpetually middling org in the LCS and seemed destined for yet another year of mediocrity in 2020. It was a roster made up of veterans who had been around the block a time or two, unproven imports from minor regions, and a role-swapped support. In LCS terms, it was the equivalent of holding a neon sign over your head that reads, "We are going to aggressively finish 7th." They stumbled out of the gate with the initial iteration of the roster, but once Damonte took up the reins in the mid lane, and former mid laner Huhi joined FBI in the bottom lane, things started to look up. And fast.
Let's fucking go, guys! Let's go! Golden Guardians will improve to 3 wins.
So I feel like we are getting better day by day.
We've been playing fucking well, we've been doing our thing. We're gonna do the same thing today, it doesn't matter the opponent. Let's go, bring it in.
Wait, the cusp.
No.
I'm ending.
Game win for Golden
We are going in the right direction.
The impact that Huhi had on FBI's play cannot be overstated. Practically overnight, the veteran support helped his lane partner look just as experienced as him. With Huhi by his side, FBI was able to practically enter another dimension, channeling the aggression of Jackie Love, the precision of Reckless, and the swagger of Prime Doublelift. In late-game teamfights, he put his resources to work and proved to himself that he could put Golden Guardians on his back and play like a superstar in his own right. The duo went from 0 to hero in the LCS, and the stats backed it up. By the end of the split, FBI ranked number 1 among NA ADCs in gold difference at 10 minutes, CS difference at 10 minutes, and damage per minute.
I think he actually grew so much. He was also just insanely good mechanically when he first came, but he didn't really know that much in terms of macro and the movement, stuff like that. But I think he learned a lot of that in GGS.
Their run came to a heartbreaking culmination in the 2020 Summer Split playoffs. The double elimination format saw them sweep eventual champions TSM in the winner's bracket before coming within 1 game of knocking them out entirely, but it wasn't meant to be. Despite the unfortunate result, FBI and the entire roster that surrounded him was able to develop immensely in 2020. After stumbling out of the gate, FBI gained a sudden surge of confidence and success. Once the rising star began to find himself in the LCS, he turned into one of the most aggressive, stylish, and assured players in the league.
A lot of it comes into trust, honestly. I trust in each and every one of my teammates, so if there's ever a draft where it's Vic, you're going to get sacrificed out, I firmly believe that the rest of the team can carry, and they showed it. You know, like in the games on stage, in practice, like I can play not so hot, and it's still a resounding win for us. You know.
Largely, this uptick in performance was thanks to the fact that FBI now had the tools around him that he needed to succeed. A fresh lineup filled to the brim with synergized players brought out the best in him. The team developed an off-the-charts level of chemistry in 2020 and will have the chance to get even stronger in 2021. This past offseason, FBI, along with 3 of his 4 teammates from the successful 2020 Golden Guardians squad, migrated over to 100 Thieves. There, the core unit of players will have the chance to continue developing through 2021, just while wearing a different jersey.
I really wanted to play with huhi again for this year. Last year, it was really evident how good he was as a support, and the fact he's only played support for like a year and a half now, it's like he's still improving, you know, every day, and I respect his work ethic a lot. Like, huhi's honestly a really great guy. Like, honestly, he's a really good guy, has really good calls in game, and he's always looking to improve, so I really, really wanted to play with huhi again this year, and I think he's playing phenomenally so far.
And like many other young ADCs in North America, such as Lost, Tactical, and even Neo, FBI has a strong support system around him, especially when it comes to his laning partner. FBI and huhi have already emerged as one of the strongest bottom lane duos in the entire region. The pair has showcased a lethal combination of boundless aggression and unrivaled synergy over the span of the last year, and they're only getting better.
He also, like, just as a person, just improved so much himself. So I'm really proud of him about that. But yeah, I cannot really think about any like bad thing to say about him. I think he's been doing really good. Like, whenever he makes the mistakes, he knows like he made that mistakes, and he will like make sure he fixes that.
Last season, the squad had its moment on the cusp. The core unit of FBI, huhi, Closer, and Damonte was potentially one series away from qualifying for the World Championship. After nearly stopping TSM's championship run dead in its tracks last summer, the team has since laid their cards on the table. Now, with his ever-experienced lane partner by his side and an incredibly stacked lineup of AD carries to differentiate himself from, FBI is willing to do whatever it takes to go from one of the best players at his position to the best player at his position. No questions asked.